Hey guys, BroWizard59 here and welcome back to a brand new LEGO custom build. And this is the TIE Reaper. Now this is the vehicle which was first introduced in Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and it is actually the transport that brings the death troopers to Baze and Chirrut's location near the end of the film on the Battle of Scarif. Now this is actually a very interesting vehicle. I had definitely thought of making it for some time, but the only reason that was holding me back is I didn't really have the parts. But then a little bit of time ago, the TIE Striker set went on 30% off sale, so I ended up picking it up 30% off and actually just using it to make a TIE Reaper. And this is what I've come up with. So I'm really happy with how the end result is. So in this video, we're going to be doing a complete review of this build. And yes, of course, this has an awesome interior as well. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the quick 360 view of the entire build. Now, before actually we get started, this was a very interesting vehicle to make for a couple reasons. For one, we haven't actually got too many pictures of it, as again, it was only seen in Rogue One for about a few seconds. And on top of that, we do not know how the interior of this build looks like, as there have been no images of what the interior of this ship looks like. So therefore I did take a few creative liberties and added an interior, but it might not be completely accurate based on this time, but I'm still really happy with how it's turned out. Now the overall build is actually a somewhat of a modification of the TIE Striker. So the wings are actually exactly identical to the one seen in the TIE Striker. And the middle section here, which was probably the most difficult to make, is of my own design. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the 360. You're starting off with the front view. You can kind of see the middle section, which does slope upward. You of course have the wings, and then this is the front where you have some red lights or glass. Once again, it's seen in the original vehicle. We're not exactly sure what it is. Moving along to the side, and I really like how it looks from the side. Really sleek. Looks really good. You can once again get a better look at the wings. These pieces actually look really nice. These are stickers which are found in the set. Moving along to the back, I know it's a bit tough to see, but you do have engines underneath there. You have two there, and then here's the back section of the TIE Reaper, the back wing. And then here's the other side, which is exactly identical to the previous one. And once again, back to the front of the build. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off just quickly taking a look at the wings to start off, because again, that is exactly identical to what is seen in the TIE Striker. So here's a look at the wings. Once again, they have a white or light bluish gray kind of rim around it, and then we have the regular wing, which is in black. A couple of panels here in light bluish gray. And actually, I used up all the stickers seen in the TIE Striker on this build, and I think that just gives it a lot more of a realistic look. Stickers are definitely necessary and really help make your builds kind of pop out more and look more accurate. Here we have a look once again at the side. You have this section here, which is kind of like the connector between the main hub and your wing. And the wing is movable, and it's actually quite sturdy, as it actually, I did quite a good structure here in the center so that it can kind of hold up the weight of the wings. Now let's go ahead and start off taking a look at the front of the build. So basically what you see here, this whole section here is sloped. And the way I kind of did that was I used these super large like curved slopes. So I wanted to have because if you look at the build, it's not really a very steep slope, it's kind of gradual. And I ended up using these curved slopes because these are the largest slopes LEGO produces. And again, I used 4 of them, 2 on each side, and I think that looks really good. We'll go ahead and just zoom in just a bit. You can actually see all the detailing here. This actually looks really good. As in the actual build, there is a section that just kind of pop out compared to the rest. And then here's the second section in the very back. You can see I did end up using a couple of the stickers from the set, and I think that looks really good. moving up, we have the top section here. Once again, I used a couple more stickers. These are like various grills and tiles, and I think that gives a really nice look. Then here's a look at the back, and I'll actually show you that last after we take a look at the front of the build, which is again right here. And then lastly actually is a look at these pieces here. These are either lights or windows. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the ramp on the bottom. Alright, so here we have a look once again at the build. So I ended up putting it on a pick-a-brick cup just so we can get it at the right height. So on the very bottom is a ramp. So if you look on the bottom, it is actually manually controlled, but there's a ramp right there, and it folds down, and that will reveal the interior where you can pop out your death troopers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interior now. Alright, so to lift up the main section here, all you need to do is flip this piece upward, and this entire piece just pops off like such. And that reveals the interior. Now, again, here's a look at the ramp, which can fold down. And this is the interior. Again, we don't have pictures as of now as how it looks like, so I just added 6 seats. Because I'll take a couple of the death troopers off, so you can kind of get a better look at this right over here. But basically it's just a brick with a couple of these modified cheese slope pieces to act as partitions between the seats. And then the bottom is just made using black tiles, which I know is a little bit difficult to see, but all know you can fit 6 death troopers here. You could actually fit probably 2 more standing up, so in all you can kind of fit 8 death troopers. If you really wanted to, you can add some like on the ramp, so you can definitely fit anywhere from 6 to maybe even 10 death troopers. But overall it's really spacious inside, a lot of space. Sadly I couldn't add more seats because of the fact that the ramp is right here. But other than that, there is a look at the interior. Once again, this piece then just pops right back on, and that ends up going like such. And there is a look at the front section. Alright, and before we get onto the back of the build, I thought I'd just kind of show you the underbelly of it, which actually has quite a bit of detail as well. So I'll lift up the wing here so you can get a better look. But basically, there are many slopes on the bottom, and that's kind of what gives it, the bottom section has a lot of slopes on it, and that's kind of how the vehicle is in universe. And there's actually this entire section here with jets out compared to the rest of the build. You can kind of see it here. So this is the main section, and this plate's kind of jet out. And on top of that, you have various detailing here using tiles and grill pieces. And I think that looks really good. You do have some landing gear here, which can detach, and there's one on the other side as well. And here's a look at the back side. Again, we don't really have too many pictures of how the back looks, but here we know there are 2 engines on the back. And then this section is actually from the TIE Striker set, so I just added this in the back because I thought it looked really nice. But anyways, there is a look at that. And once again, the other side, which is exactly identical with the slopes and the landing gear. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back now. Alright, so here is a look at the back side. And basically, once again, this was the front. This section does not open up because that's actually where all the parts are, like Technic beams and all, to keep the wings up. And then here is the back side, where this section pops open, and this is where I put the driver's compartment. Again, we don't know exactly where in the ship it is, so I ended up putting it in the back because there was a nice space there. So I'll lift it up so you can kind of get a better look at that. There is a control panel there, and your TIE Fighter pilot, which I'll go ahead and just remove. He's just the one included in the TIE Striker. So here's a look at the interior. You can see the seat there, and then a cool control panel, which was also included in the set. And there are tiles all around, and there is a look at the pilot seat, which ends up closing in like so. So there is a look at the TIE Reaper. Alright, but anyways, there's a look at my custom Lego TIE Reaper. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this custom build review. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be great. And do not forget to subscribe and check out all of my other custom Lego Star Wars builds down in my channel below. But anyways, this is BrickWizard59. I want to hear your thoughts about this build down in the comments below. And anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.